Question,
And-
Cloud.
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm no longer grappled since he removed the hook from me?
He did not remove the hook from you. He has 2 hook hands.
Oh.
Multi-hooked.
There's dose.
You
Huh.
can't tickle with just one hand.
He's got hooks in low places.
Yes.
You can do jobs with both hands.
So silvery barbs. Who gets advantage, Letter?
Cregan.
Okay. Screen, you have advantage on your next attack. Do. He will roll that again. And that's a miss.
Thank you.
That's fair. Getting back
I
into
was
the
about
swing
to
of
be
things can
tickled.
be annoying.
And he can't do his second
Don't
harpoon
know if
attack
that's me
because
or
he
not.
has 1 harpoon
That's how
inside
it's
of
been
dummy.
for me, though. Like,
Inside of you.
having
So,
a nice
Cregan.
vacation, then getting back into everything. It was
Right.
just...
This button.
Bruh.
Oh, and he takes damage. There we go.
Rush. And then give this a good old fashion college try here. Hey. These ones.
Nah.
D12s, man. Well, that should be an advantage as well, but it doesn't matter.
It's
Because
crit.
this could break too. Yeah.
I keep pressing the wrong button for that. There we go. And then I get another attack because I critted.
Blech.
Die. Let's
Oh!
go.
Damn!
Let's go.
Nice.
How you want to do
Yeah.
this?
There we go.
Shoot, I'm still trying to figure out my foot.
Reds.
So my feet are doing all kinds of shit while I'm swinging this axe. I put it at him. I just cleave him right in the face, but my axe gets stuck. So I put my feet on his chest to put my axe out, and his body just goes floating through space. Leaving a little blood trail as he goes.
And we are out of combat.
Well, that
Letter.
was fucking weird.
Char's pain is still standing right where you left her.
I'm gonna ask Cregan to kind of throw me that way, if he wouldn't mind.
Yeah. You want to
So-
a strength check?
Yeah, you can roll me a strength check. But technically, you're still raging, so advantage.
Oh, yep. Hope I don't follow you too far.
Nope, not too far. I would
Perfect.
say that's going to give you 50 feet of movement right there, Mandy.
I'm gonna get there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna think my way back here.
Mandy, does Letter's face kind of screw up when she's thinking like this? You know, or
Right
does she
now,
just...
it's all wrinkles. I'm torn up as fuck.
Char's pain looks at you. Oh, what happened to you? You look worse than I do.
I show her my mark on my arm. I have a aberrant dragon mark, and if I help my friends, then it causes me,
Pain?
and I kind of drop my head and say, yeah, I don't tell them. They just think I look bad, but it hurts.
May I see your arm?
And I show her.
She wraps a chain around your arm. It glows purple. The pain fades, and you see her eyes tighten a bit. And when she unwraps the chain, the burn is gone. She looks like a momentary look of suffering crosses her face, and then she blinks it away. I am pain.
Well, thank you. You didn't need to do that. Just like you're dealing with what you are from these sisters fighting. Sometimes it's what happens.
It
So-
is nice to do something nice once in a while.
That's very true.
And we all I feel if more people were to shoulder burdens they can handle from others, maybe there'd be less of me around.
That's fair. And despite the fact that you seem quite wonderful to speak to, I'm sure rest is what you seek more than anything. So that would make sense. It would be sad. You're wonderful, but
I love you, bitch.
I'm a being with a
I ain't gonna
purpose.
never stop loving you, bitch.
And if I have no purpose, it's the best thing for existence.
that's fair. So when it comes to these two people, do you have any suggestions of what could stop them from fighting, or?
Saloon does not propagate this battle. She merely exists to help her followers and make existence better for everyone. Shar is the point of contention. Oops, that was supposed to be yes, Gummy.
Thank you, sir.
While you're talking, Gummy's going to use the rest of his Aura Vitality rolls to heal up folks.
Thank you. I was gonna ask. I was like, I've got 2 potions I can take, but I don't know if I should take them right now.
Fair enough. Shar is always angry, jealous. I can't tell why, but I can feel the ire because of the glory her sister receives.
Then can you do me a favor? And I understand if the answer is no. Since you took my pain, could I maybe if I experienced it, I could understand it. Could you share it with me?
I can try. I've never done that before. Let her roll me an insight check, please. Let's see if you can insight and receive the pain images that she's sending. Ooh, nice roll. So you see countless millennia where
Mac, thank you for the alert.
there's a being in the darkness in the moon watching as the light shines brightly. Love and adoration wash over the sister that is light, while the covetous emotions of the dark sister grow, never feeling any kind of appreciation, never feeling any kind of connection to this existence. All that's left at the end of the visions is hate and destruction. Was there anything in particular you were looking to find out?
Are you asking, like...
Yes, you.
Oh, okay. To be completely blunt and honest, I was hoping to see if there was anything that was in Saloon's backstory that would cause, like, maybe something was misunderstood, or, not everybody's perfect, so maybe she had fucked up at some point, because they've known each, if they're siblings, like maybe they were younger at some point. I don't know how that works for them, if they've always just been the same age, but being a person of not faith in this, I was just seeing if there was a faltering point.
So you can see that through no guilt of Saloon does this ire and jealousy grow in Shar. Saloon is doing what gods and goddesses do. Shar sees all the benefits and blessings that Saloon receives as slights against her because she feels ignored. But Saloon actually has done nothing since their inception to confine Shar. It's just how Shar perceives it.
Fair enough. So I think the visage of pain for sharing that with me. And I kind of at that point go, well, we're going to try to stop it. I don't know to what extent it will be required. I hope that you understand that. But when we were sent, our goal was not necessarily to fight Shar. Our goal was to release Saloon.
That too would lessen the conflict, which would diminish my need to be in existence, and I can sleep.
Okay, well, so you know, that's not our intention at all.
And to be honest, light needs dark, and dark needs light. To slay one of them would tip the balance in the other direction.
I understand. Well, I guess we can leave you here. If I'm sure you can probably find us.
I will follow if you have no problem with it.
No, of course not.
I won't wail anymore. You are beings of hopefully assistance. And I don't need to share my pain with you. You've seen it. And she begins to slowly float into the direction of the Towers of Night.
So I have an idea. And it does not require me to go into the service of Shar, in case any of you were worried.
I'm not.
So we just need her to be distracted so somebody can use the power that was given by the priestess.
Is this like you speaking out of character, or are you speaking to the party as Zealous?
Whispering to the party as Zealous.
What?
What?
But I have something that I think could get her attention.
That could come at a
Did you
very
hear what the fuck he said?
high price. Kind of turn over to Green. Of course I can hear what he's saying.
No one's talking to you, I'm talking to him.
Everybody hears that.
I have a feeling if we yell out for Shar, she'll notice.
Craig, this guy's rude as fuck. Whispering. He knows we can't hear him.
I know, Cregan. Like, how he expects us to hear him right now?
So what?
And if he,
I
What
just see
is-
his mouth moving.
What is your
You
plan?
you guys all hear that too.
because if he expects me to shuffle my fat ass over there, I'm not doing it.
Well, she
You want
appreciates
me to-
pain,
to-
right?
Titanic you out like
Actually, can we just do that right here, right now? Just me and you? I
I'm
really
just
want that
gonna-
to happen.
hold Cregan underneath his shoulders so that he can.
Chris, as you're
Definitely
funneling the
space.
last of your aura vitality into Zealous, you look over and they're like fucking front of the ship of Titanic. Krangor's holding Cregan.
And I think the hardest I can think to make us go in a circle.
And you do. It's turn slowly.
Okay, I'm done.
So Shar
No
appreciates
wonder
pain, right?
it. Oh,
Yes.
Because I have about 300 years worth of it.
Uh-huh.
What did he say? I was trying to focus on what Gubby was saying. I totally missed the first thing you said.
Char
I said
likes
Shar
pain.
likes pain, and I have
Mhm.
300 years worth of memories of it being trapped in the box.
Is that what you divine from what she said? Okay.
Well, I'm just wondering. I mean, it doesn't. I feel like I'd heard somewhere that Shar likes to also take memories, and maybe she would want to take 300 years worth of pain if that's something she likes. And it could be something we could trade for Saloon, or at least get her attention enough for someone else to use the power from the priestess.
So your goal is to distract her by bartering with her. And then
Yes.
we're going to do the whole switcheroo,
Yes,
confine her.
and get Saloon and go.
Okay.
I'm not paying attention to anything they're saying. I'm just looking at Cregan and Krangor doing their Titanic thing and not having a single wonder why they can only move 20 feet in this environment.
I mean, hypothetically, it could work. I'm just ignoring what's going on because I can't even right now. I'm looking at a visage of pain, and they're out doing,
Yeah.
space
Space ballet.
choreographed dancing.
As you look at them, Letter, you smell the hint of wine.
Yeah, I figured.
Forgot about that.
I did.
I mean, the other option is if the idea is balance, and Krangor is paladin of Saloon. I'm not saying I want to be a, avatar of Shar, but if it provides the balance that's necessary.
I look questioningly. What?
I'm just throwing ideas out. I obviously don't know what I'm doing.
The balance isn't out of balance because of the fact that one doesn't have a paladin fighting. Sure has plenty of people fighting for it. I get it. You've been in a box. Never mind. I was about to say, like, were you born yesterday? But it was like a week ago.
Yeah.
And that's not fair. And that was rude. I'm sorry. So what I'm trying to say is she's got people too. The problem is that Saloon is confined. So the quality is off. You of all people should understand that you can only take so long in confinement before it causes bigger problems.
I just don't know how we're expected to fight a god.
I don't think we were supposed to. I think we're supposed to use the thing from the other, lady at the Moon Temple, and it'll like freeze her for a little bit, and then while that happens, we release Saloon, and then the visage of pain can go back to sleep. Or maybe not cry so much looking at visage of pain. No offense. I think that's the plan here.
Yeah. So why don't I try to distract her?
Okay. If you want to distract her, I don't know what she would be more interested in, because she seems to be going after Saloon shit. So she might just we could walk in and she goes right after Krangor. And no offense to him, and I point over to him dancing with Cregan. I'm like, he's not really going to notice if we use him for bait. It's not like...
Listen, he threw me off a boat. I'm fine if we use him for bait.
Wait, he threw you off a boat? Why did he throw you off a boat?
Oh, that's right.
Lutter, if you're gonna use me for bait, just ask.
Oh, you can hear her.
I whisper over
Right, apparently.
to Zealous and go, you never tell the bait. You don't want the bait to know.
Right.
Yeah.
Still hear that.
It was a just in case. I don't know. She might want to go and take you out first. I don't know.
Probably is. We're just
Why are
spinning in
y'all
circles still.
yelling if we can hear whispers?
You're like spinning with Cregan. Yeah, it probably is.
In my head, I'm singing, I'm so pretty. Oh, so pretty.
And I love the image that he's still raging, so he's huge.
He is so huge. Oh God.
So
Well,
I'm assuming at this point that
Win.
that the marching order goes something like Visage of Pain, then me and Zealous are, following behind having this conversation. Icarus is there. And the boys are dancing behind us on their way. They're fluttering.
Yes.
So hopefully we're still making our way towards where we need to go. In
I love we
whatever
have-
choreographed dance is going on. That's fine.
I love that we have like the Grand Marshal of the Barovian Knights of the Silver Dragon. We have the Elder of a barbarian tribe. We have a newly christened cleric of fucking Moradin. And they're back there farting around.
You gotta. This is the Mandurlorians. You gotta have your fun. But when shit goes south, you're like, that's when it's game time, Like
Gotta take the moment. Gotta appreciate the moments.
exactly.
It's what we're fighting for. Or
Oh my
moments like these.
gosh.
And Captain Letter, this is your crew.
I know.
my dear.
I know. I know. Handpicked, believe it or not.
Handpicked.
So, with this conversation going on with Zealous and recognizing that he gotten hurt before, I'm gonna ask him and make sure to go. And anyone else, do they need potions of healing or potions of action?
I have 2 potions of healing right now.
So I give
One
him 3
potion of
more.
action, por favor, Letter.
Give him 1.
I'll take 2 potions of action, please.
2 for Cregan. Icarus.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need some potions of healing because I'm gonna use 2 right now.
So I give him 5 more? Or how many do you have? 2?
I have 5.
So I
But
give
I'm
you
gonna use
3
that too.
more?
Okay.
And you
then
said
I'll
you
use
gave
the
me
rest.
3, right?
So you should have 5 right now.
Okay, and I'm gonna take one of them to take another 12.
I give him another one.
Icarus, you can just take the 12.
Yeah.
He rolled
And I
for
would
it.
just.
He rolled for it.
You roll for it.
He rolled for it.
I'd take the 12 in the last one, maybe?
Were you drinking 2 or 3 healing potions?
3, because we can only have 5 in our.
Okay, so then yeah, give yourself 11 plus 12 is 23 hit points back. Zealous is smart. He's like, I'm just gonna drink 1 for the 12, and I'm like, it's smart. It's smart. So Zealous, you should be at 0 damage.
Well, it technically would put me at 5
Oh,
because
okay.
I had 17.
Oh, all right.
Do you
Damn, I
need
fucked you
another
up.
one?
I don't know how many you have. I don't want to just.
Give him
Letter,
another
you're-
one. Just take another. You're fine. Put him at 0 and you have
Okay.
5. Didn't you hear I'm a cartel?
All right, so you guys, following Cregan and Krangor, how long do you Titanic through
Oh,
the
I'm
Astro
done.
Realm?
I'm done.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah. It was just a moment. We had it, and it passed.
We had a moment.
Yep.
We looked
gone.
beautiful in the
Yep.
astral scape.
Very graceful. One of the most graceful Cregan's ever been.
As Krangor lets go of Cregan, Icarus, you feel kind of sad. You're like, oh, it's done now. It's over. Probably never to be repeated again.
If you want extra, you gotta pay for it.
I'm gonna look at Kree and be like, "You look very bonita. Did you feel
We'd be
bonita?"
serving
I
McDoubles
feel
with how
bonito.
fast we hit people with alpha. Fair.
Just kind of through space.
Mhm. Over the next, let's see, few hours. Where the frick did it go? You travel for another 12 hours. Nothing really happens. This Astral Realm is when in between settlements and pockets of life. It's like going through like the ocean. Like you get to the coast and there's fish and there's everything, and you get to like the deep parts of the sea and there's nothing. So
Giant
floating. I mean,
I'm sorry.
I-
you up with that.
I was actually kind of weighing a possible encounter with the giant squid right now, and I was like, nah, I'm not prepped for that. But like I said, there's pockets of life and then vast expanses of nothing. Just starlight, celestial bodies of like space dust and other matter floating through existence, but nothing that is. You're driving through basically New Mexico. It's boring. Or West Texas.
Or all of Nebraska. Come on, let's be honest now.
Everybody
Bad,
now
you
has
know.
full inspiration.
Hey.
Including you, Cloud.
Oh,
um, after you reach about 16 hours into your journey, you're getting tired. Although you do not age in the Astral Realm, nor do you require hunger, or do you require food or water, you still require rest. you stumble across broken pillars that are floating in existence through the space, keeping your momentum going forward. You find larger and larger pieces until you find this remains of a temple, long vanished from the material world. You don't recognize the god that is depicted on the temple, or goddess rather. Or maybe you do. Everyone roll me a religion check. If you are a holy creature, like
So not me.
definitely not your ass. Krangor and Icarus, you can have advantage.
Yeah. Then I'll just roll another. $17.
I
Okay.
am the most holy barbarian ever to be holy.
Out of 24.
Mhm. So, Cregan, you find a bust of a bust is in a statue carved of head and shoulders, not what you were
I'm
thinking.
not. Listen, I'm not actually Cregan. Okay.
I
I
mean,
mean, that's why he said it that way. Cregan's an elder.
Chris, very much less than that.
Damn.
Ouch!
I won't go say it, but I thought
I
it.
made it.
I won't go
I
say
saved
it.
it.
Got him!
I saved it.
Adjusting stats?
Amongst the pillars in the crumbled black and white masonry that's floating through, a statue depicting a two-faced goddess floats by Cregan. You grab it, and since you and Krangor were kind of Titanicking him just a few hours ago, he's close by, and you recognize it's a two-faced goddess. Krangor, you recognize that one is Shar and one is Saloon.
Oh.
In one hand, like the top part of the statue floats by, and in one hand is a sphere of darkness, and the other hand is a marble half moon. The sphere of darkness is made out of like onyx, so it's not like holding like a fucking mystical sphere of darkness.
It's a black rock.
Krangor, as you recognize this being both of the goddesses emblazoned upon one statue, you realize that at one time they were two halves of the same whole. They were created in tandem for a reason, and they both have a purpose. Contemplating on that, there's a feeling of safety that encompasses you, and you feel this is a good place to take a rest.
I look at the party and I say, we'll be safe to rest here.
So does this thing have like a
but I'm
modicum
tired.
of? Does this thing have like a modicum of gravity, or are we just
No gravity.
okay? All right, sure. Yeah, it works for me. I take my rope out and I tie myself to a fucking pillar. Pirates of the Caribbean, that motherfucker.
You see, Cregan takes out his rope and he's fastening around his waist and he's tying it up to a pillar. He's like, "This is gonna be great. This is perfect. I'm safe."
Yep.
What do you guys think about that? Like, he's tying himself to a pillar, floating through space.
I look at Letter and then Bunny. I say, now he's just gonna go where the pillar goes.
At least I won't be alone.
Be about pillar.
Can I spin the pillar now that he's tied to it?
I mean, he's tied to it. What's he gonna do? So the pillar spins and it's spinning on its axis. So like the rope is being wound around the pillar.
Oh, I'm getting fucking tied to this bitch.
I have to Cregan.
How fast is a pillar spinning?
Roll me a strength check, Krangor.
Not very fast.
No, not fast at all. It's probably grabbing up 5 feet of rope every, like 10 seconds.
You better got puked on.
And as the rope is getting shorter because it's being wound around the pillar, roll me an insight check.
Oh, fuck.
You stop, like, as you get closer to the pillar, you kind of like grab onto it so you're spinning with it and the rope is no longer being wound up. And you think he's just trying to help you to be safe.
Appreciate it.
What's everybody else doing to get ready for bed?
I'm gonna try to get us.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to get us close to like one of the floors in there, and cast Lehman's Tiny Hunt around me.
Okay.
Fuck.
Roll me a religion check. You cast a spell, and as the hut begins to materialize and fully, emblazon itself, the circle, basically, the outside becomes black, and you can't see inside of it. And then it shrinks down. Archie, hello.
It's an Archie.
It's an Archie.
Angry cat.
So happy.
And the spell begins to collapse on itself and dissipate. You do not need to burn the spell slot.
I go to Cregan. Hey, Cregan.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go in your bag real quick?
The fuck? Yeah.
I grab the immovable rod out of his bag, click it, and then tie my rope to the immovable rod.
And this is stuck in a point in space. This is not going to drift.
No.
Fuck! That was mine.
Well played. Well played. I know that Grim knows his inventory, but when he knows your inventory, come on.
To be honest, I was going to talk with you about that because I didn't know if I left it in one of the Christmas ones or not.
No, you still have it.
Okay. Throw me some rope.
Taking a couple of minutes, you guys all fasten yourselves in some kind of weird ass spider web of rope to the goddamn immovable rod and the pillar.
No, the pillar's coming with me for sure. I'm committed to the pillar right now.
And
So
Cregan, your
him
thought
and the pillar are now tied to the immovable rod.
Yes.
Okay.
Cregan, your thought process, hey, 2 points of attachment are better than 1.
Damn right. Anchorage, alright?
He's gonna get drawn and quartered by the pillar.
I think he's probably a little too strong for that.
I am still... Well, I guess I won't be raging anymore. I'm going to go to sleep, so...
Sleep! So, Letter, is there anything you'd like to do before we take a long rest?
I'm gonna talk to the Visage of Pain and see if she or it wants to stay with us.
She's kind of like relaxes a bit. I will stay with you. This is or at one time was, a holy place. You should be safe. And tomorrow, we will make our way to the Tower of Night. And that endeavor will be taxing enough.
Oh, do you need anything or?
No. I don't think so. I will sit here and at least appreciate seeing other creatures enjoy comfort and security and be happy knowing that it's somewhere they are safe. Don't worry about me.
Okay. Well, as she goes to sit down, I just cuddle up with her and go to sleep. So she's not alone.
You climb into her lap and you feel her like stiffen, like
Yeah.
oh,
Oh.
hashtag regrets. Her shoulders, kind of lock into place, and slowly you feel her start to relax, and absently she holds you in her arms and begins to just rock. Opening your eyes as she starts to rock, you see the tendrils of chain disappear. And you look up into her face, and it's the face of what could be an elvish woman, but very timeless, very much immortal.
Okay.
And you have a thought in your head that this creature has been and will always be. And there is no death or passing on for her. But at least for now, she looks painless.
Good. And I go to sleep.
Okay. I will give everyone a long rest.
So, Cloud,
Yo.
with this, there is a temple there, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the weightlessness of space, which Cregan hasn't taken the opportunity to bench press a temple.
Yeah.
'Cause he could do that. It's space. And he could say he bench pressed a temple.
He absolutely could. If you want to present the idea to him upon waking up, go for it. 8 hours go by. Nothing happens. Not even jellyfish. Nothing. Just sitting there floating, hovering in the expanse of the astral realm.
So it still shows my silvery barbs is checked. Can I uncheck them then?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You all wake up around the same time. There is really no sunset or sunrise. It's just a general ethereal form of light that is always present in this area. Krangor and Cregan, Icarus, Zealous, and Letter, you are all awake. Feel
Yeah.
refreshed.
It's awful
I'm
fucking
on-
quiet in space.
Imagine this for 300 years, but with a lot of pain.
Or where?
Well, no, it wasn't quiet in the box. You could hear out of it.
That's
You could-
true.
Yeah. You heard all kinds of things.
Oh,
Um,
God.
I'm all waking up in the quiet. I'm gonna grab my amulet into my head, give a silent prayer to Moradin, thanking him for allowing me to be of service to him and providing me with comfort while Clangadin passed and is being remade.
Okay. And your blessings of your armor and your blessings of the forge are still intact.
I'm going to, as I wake up, give a quick prayer to Saloon, and in that prayer, I'm going to bring up the mental image of the bust of the statue,
Mm-hmm.
and like say to her that we're gonna try to fix instead of just fight. I'm not expecting a response because
Yeah.
she's trapped, but
You get a very small sense of levity that is responded to your image. Feels like relief, but it's very small. There are no words. You can barely discern that it's Saloon. Anyone else have anything to do?
Are you done with your prayers, Gregor?
Me? Yeah.
Dude, can I get a hand? I'm stuck to this fucking pillar.
I help untie Cregan and everybody else.
Thank you.
You just see Krangor just spinning the pillar the other way.
Yeah.
Just letting out the line. He's going fishing.
As I'm doing that, I'm like, Cregan, you see this big ass pillar, right?
Yeah.
You can just bench press it We're in
With my
space.
with my pinky.
with your pinky.
Oh
Do
shit.
you?
At the temple, you could
I
do that
fucking- I
entire
fucking
temple.
do it. I'll do it.
I'm going to give you the Chuck Norris achievement. You bench press the entire temple.
Oh!
And you guys watch as Cregan kind of floats underneath the temple and just... And then grabs, like, some of the rock expanses and pulls it back down, and then grabs it, pulls it back down. Does a good set of 10.
Gregor's a perfect idea. I lean in real close. The fucking rope idea was horrible. It was really bad.
Unclick the immovable rod and hand it back to him.
Appreciate it. All right, that pillar thing really worked out. What are you guys doing?
The Char's pain, Mandy, when she sees you awake, she puts you next to her. She set you next to her, floating. And she says, "That was very nice.
It was. Thank you.
Thank you. I've never had a chance to give comfort like that.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I'm glad. It was very
They-
comfortable.
I love them.
Like I said before, it must be very hard to be a burden creature. So
Well,
sometimes you just not being alone in it is what helps.
is that because you know what that feels like?
Yeah.
And her eyes, like, they kind of like see right through you. And she says, "It's a hard lesson to understand. And once you do, you pray you don't meet anyone that also understands. You go through a lot of effort to protect them, don't you?
Yeah. But they're worth it.
Of course they're worth it. The absence of pain is comfort, and they bring you comfort."
Did you see them dancing? Of course they do.
Even being Char's visage of pain, I see hilarity.
Good.
They're still speaking in deep speech, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we don't understand a fucking thing that's going on.
Nope. I will say it's kind of creepy to hear him talking, though. It's not a very happy sounding language. But
Do I understand it still?
do you? No, the spell's worn off hours
Okay.
ago.
Is it more humpback or orca-ish?
It sounds like when Gandalf is doing the black speech in Rivendell.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a happy sounding language,
Nope.
even though you can say very nice things in it. It's like German. So anyway. She puts her hand on your shoulder and she says, "I'm glad they have you. And I know you're glad to have them.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if we can't get you through this and everybody back home and safe so that I can sleep peacefully."
That would be wonderful. It looks like
Agreed.
you could use some rest. And for the record, we're not speaking in deep speak because, according to the gift from the Moon Maiden, it's all in your head. So.
Oh, that's right. It's
anything.
telepathic. Never mind.
I don't sound like a monstrosity of a bunny. I'm just seem like I'm chilling out with a visage of pain for a really long time. Like I'm basically Crodette.
Yeah. I'm also going to take the bust and put it in my backpack.
You're gonna steal it?
Wow.
I mean, it's gonna be a
It's
show
not
and
owned
tell
by
artifact.
It's not owned by anything.
I was
It
about
basically
to be like, that's so anti-pally. Oh my god, stealing from a temple.
We now witness the fall of Krangor.
Started with an elf, man. Started with an
Son of the
elf.
fucking elf.
You returned from deep space. Trigger. How was your flight?
Starting your journey, the Shar's pain leads the way quietly. In your procession through the astral realm is quiet and thoughtful. Each of you take the time during this to go over your experiences with Saloon if you have any. Why you're here helping. And what this could mean for existence in and of itself.
Was good. I had
Some of you
popcorn.
have a very good
Fantastic.
concept of
Popcorn's good.
the idea of two gods fighting against each other and a whole plane of existence expiring, and some of you are just like, that's just bad, and I don't want to know about it. In your contemplation, you see a group of Githyanki and a red dragon traveling through the astral realm. They pass by, and the leader, there's 6 adults, warriors, and 2 smaller Githyanki. They're look to be juvenile. They wave, and to see if you wave back.
I wave back. Just floating along in space, just wave back.
The largest of the Githyanki at your wave speaks in a very like a conversational tone, even though they're like 60 feet away. You can hear it clear as day. And a female voice speaks Gith to you. Does anybody speak Gith?
No.
Negative.
And in the rattling off very curt, short-sounding sentences, she looks to you for comprehension, and seeing cluelessness in your eyes, she casts tongues on herself. And you can hear her voice and understand as she starts to speak common. She goes, "Well met, travelers. What brings you through the astral realms?"
Trying to save a god?
Shar?
Saloon.
They're the same.
Yeah. And I hold up the statue, the bust. They are. Then I put it back in my bag.
Well, it's a worthy quest for our adventurers. I advise you leave. Shar has been in pain and out of balance for centuries. And it's not uncommon knowledge that should she get what she wants, she will probably destroy this entire region of the plane, and the external manifestation of her inner conflict will end everything within it. She'll definitely destroy herself and Saloon and anyone in this realm. Although I don't think she cares.
Well, that just means we can't leave then.
At hearing that, I also look at Lutter kind of just chilling with Shar's pain visage, and I'm like, I think we've got a good chance to convince her otherwise. And I just point at Lutter in the visage.
That's a tall order.
My name is Tulim, and my party and our dragon accompaniment are heading out of the astral realm and into the material plane, partially to one of our encampments to finish raising these little ones, and partially to get the hell out of this area before it explodes. Yes.
Just quick forewarning. Crazy shit's going on back to the material plane. Just saying.
We'll take our odds with crazy shit than imminent destruction. There's nothing we can do.
Okay, just want to let you know. Like, there's
Is-
Krakens
your dragon friendly?
No. He's a dragon.
Well, understandably. But, and I kind of think my way over to him, which sounds so weird to say.
Mhm.
And I said, does he function like other dragons who drop scales?
Yes. He does leave a trail every so often.
Do you happen to have any?
Would you like one?
I'll trade you some. I have a couple of the same color, and I like open up my bag to show like the giant pile of Krangor scales that I've picked up through our travels.
The brass and silver.
Yeah.
She smirks, and that will not be necessary. Here, and she reaches onto the dragon and plucks off a loose scale. The dragon just rolls his eyes and looks away. And she hands you a red scale. It's about twice the size of one of Krangor's scales.
That's okay. But as I get it, because obviously the dragon is not amused by the whole thing. Because they speak telepathically as well, correct? They have that
They can.
ability.
Mhm.
I nicely thank him, or thank the dragon, and tell him that I'll always treasure a beautiful scale from a beautiful dragon.
He cocks his head to the side as he looks at you and goes, well, that is nice to know. I am glad it's at least going to be treasured and not just discarded like, and he looks at Talim, trash.
Well, may you travel swiftly and safely.
Talim says in passing, just know one thing. Saloon's clergy unconsciously suppress the dark aspect of their goddess, them being the same creature. And Shar, with all that pent-up power, used it to assume control. It is not evil that Saloon's clergy do, their paladins and their clerics, but in them being so good, it suppresses the bad and the evil. And that is what is driving Shar to ruin this realm. It's going to be one hell of a task to go and take down a goddess, especially that one.
Well, that's
Fair
the
enough.
thing. We don't want to take her down, per se.
And if she doesn't listen to you,
Well, we're fucked anyway.
Yeah,
might as well try.
Yeah.
maybe you don't have to kill her.
Maybe there's a way to offer to be both.
Maybe there's a way to do that. It's outside of my abilities. Maybe there's a way to tip the scales enough to give Saloon the advantage and let things play out amongst them until this occurs again. It seems to be an eternal cycle. Power going back and forth, as all things do, waxing and waning throughout time.
Can I do an insight check on the person that we're talking to get some idea of what he was, where he was?
Sure. It's she's a female and her name is Tulene, just for notes.
Okay.
So yeah, you can go ahead and roll an insight check. And you're trying to find out
She
like-
seems to know a lot. Like maybe she's fallen pally or something, or like in hiding, like
Okay.
she's dropped or something.
fair enough. Roll me an insight check, please.
You guys should just
With-
ask me questions because I can't roll for shit today.
With your insight check, you can, like, she looks to be, a middle-aged creature from what you can see from the juveniles and then the other party members. She's older than them. But as you look into her eyes, you can see there are countless eras of time that she's lived through. Being in the astral realm, could a creature looking 30 years old could be 1,000. So you have an idea that she might have been around for one or two of these occurrences before.
Well, thank you for your knowledge and your help.
I wish there was more we could do, but when these things occur, you can only hope for the best. It is for other parties to solve this problem. We must get ours to safety.
As she says that, I kind of just look at our party. That's us, guys.
Icarus, you flash back to the Titanic episode.
Oh my gosh.